Good morning, everyone. This is Jeff Arcos. Welcome again to the daily webinar. Today we are 15 of the 1st, 2020. Remind you, this webinar is not meant to be a financial advice. This is only an education presentation. Please consider term and condition before you continue, saying when you're receiving this recording. As well, thank God for another day into my life, and I pray His blessings today. In Jesus' name, Amen. All right, so let's continue with the date. 7:30 we have CPI with the British pound. It's not doing really much at the moment. The pound is got to be a bit careful with that. So after midnight we normally have crude oil inventories for the Canadian there, and nothing more at that time. So quickly looks from the charts, which is went to the other side. And the dollar Monday it started strong as was number 2 in the weekly, looking one day up. Then the market has done today a day down, so it's not really powering up. Still looking the direction of the long, and that's there. So the euro the same. So like I said, always waiting for a pullback. Is today the pullback? We got a little bit over there. I'm not convinced about this trade, but at least my entry is quite far away with this one. So just like it where it is at the moment. Let's just say, hopefully the euro is going in the same direction as the dollar as well. But so yeah, so it's gonna take a long time before the market breaks below to these levels, but we'll see. The pound, as I say, it just and that it is. So that's one of the benefits. Always wait for a pullback. So it's coming back. So hopefully, we will have some kind of actions there as the weekly. We only can follow the weekly candle direction at the moment. There is no chance for buying, and that's it. Australia present a nice pullback. That was quite bearish, and today Australia and US is not one of the biggest movers, but we'll see. So nothing there to do over there. New Zealand was number 1 Monday, Tuesday. We were looking to trade because of that bar over there, and New Zealand was on the negative side. That's the 4 hours, I think it is, and waiting for the trade, and the market just is about to break below. I think it did break. I'm not too sure about it. Oh no, New Zealand yen is the one that broke. I think at the moment this one has broke. New Zealand US. Nah, still playing somewhere. But New Zealand today is number 2, so which is giving us the perfect combination. The weeklies are in the way down. We got resistance here, so therefore that should be no problem to trade from there. If I would have gone the 1 hour, maybe it would have been entered, but nothing wrong with the Wilson to put it down. US Canadian, a nice level of support, a nice breakup. So we went in for a pullback and go up, and that was quite nice level as the Canadian, the US. It was strong a little bit, and today it's not doing much. So still holding that trade. Let's see what happened. So the moment Canadian is weak, US weak, maybe continue going sideways for the time being at the moment. Then we have the US Swiss. Now this one, I don't like really much the Swiss crosses, and sometimes I do for observation. As you look in the monthly, is not much move, but here we do have a good example of what I mean with that weekly candle close retracement, which we're gonna be see after the chat, where the market went to know when we have a weekly candle close retracement, went to know when we have a weekly candle close direction. So 2 things the market will do in this level. So it's going to bounce a breakthrough. So at the moment, yeah, I think it's already running. So we need to wait for a, and plus the US Swiss, both are going the same direction as well. Today it is quite strong, so that's what is moving that direction. US yen Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so it's coming back up now. So that's a retracement now already, and from there it will be on his way up. Euro yen Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and there it is. So that's what when you look those break. If you cannot get a break at the beginning here, anything could happen from there. So we'll wait more, and that's the pound yen. So it looks like yesterday looks quite strong over there, but the pound was not on the strong side. And today is actually show more strength. You know, today is on Wednesday, and the pound here is strong now. Maybe not here. This one is still. So we got the weekly, we got the ABC, we got the index meter, so pound US, and the only thing is left is trade over there. Stop loss somewhere over there, breaks over here, and we'll see. So that's a nice pullback. If that breaks, could be having we can do the targeting from there. Australian yen Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So the same thing. Today we got another Australian yen. The weekly is there, so this is really sort of ranging. It's not really much to do. In New Zealand yen, we were looking to go long as we got here and run, pull back, and they up. And New Zealand was strong. The yen is weak. So when you see all of these, you know, there's nothing that predicts the future. And the only thing we put the trace over there, and what we do is pull the trigger. And I didn't put the chats over there, but there it is. So that was entering that day when I did have over there. And I'm sure the New Zealand yen I got to stop out. No, when I was doing the chats. Yeah, I got to stop out over there. So that would be a loss. And but now we got a good example of a weekly candle close retracement, daily there. The daily is now, you know, it went up and now it say it's coming down. So, and we got a resistance level over there. Canadian yen, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days retracement. So maybe tomorrow will be good time to trade. Euro Australia, we was looking to go short over there and didn't happen the trade, so we canceled the trade. And Euro Australia at the moment, both are going together. So one day one of these guys is gonna go one direction, not today. Euro Canadian Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They're still looking to go the direction of that. So that's it. I'm waiting for that moment. Euro New Zealand, we did have an entry somewhere over there as the market comes to a level of support. ABC twice, and the New Zealand euro was strong. New Zealand is weak. So that's all we looking for. And the trade was there looking, and there we are. So still looking from there, and still yeah, possible holding that trade. Pound Australia, we got bearish bar date in here. Now Tuesday got triggered, and Wednesday now the market has pulled back. So it took 50 pips, partial profit, 20%, moved the stop loss to break even, and there it is. So nothing has happened. There's no surprise for the pound Australia to do this kind of moves. Pound Canadian, same, it's been 1, 2, 3 weeks really waiting for a break. Yesterday we did have the break, but today it has come back, so no trade for that. And and we need to wait. Pound New Zealand, we did have a sort of kind of looking to entry somewhere over there. The market triggered the entry and unfortunately pulled back with 80 pips. So that's it. So we'll keep looking just one more date and see what happens. So there's not much happening with the market at the moment. All right, I changed a little bit over here because I want to show you now that the three strategies with the EA, how there. So we have done so far the weekly candle close trend line. So the weekly candle close trend line has not really much of the talk about that. That is all about drawing trend lines. So we're drawing trend lines and on the weekly, once a week. Now, it's very important when you draw trend lines not to draw. So try. I always say to people, I like trend lines that forms humps. Like I like this kind of trend lines because we have this and we have that. When the trend lines are too stiff like this without nothing there, I'm just a bit of concerning about that. Okay, so that's one technique that I normally like to see. Before I hate to connect like that because it's nothing there. But if I do this, then I have one hump and two hump. So that's something that I normally try to look. So the first one is, yep, looking at, I've tried to avoid this connecting like this one, like that, there's no making sense for me. But instead of that, it's something that I can see is, working over there. So that's the weekly candle close trend line. And from that point, we got the line, we got every week, we are readjusted. And when it comes to the daily comes and breaks, and then we look in the index meter, and the index meter points us to the right direction from there. So there it is. Next day, 9 pips, and is nothing has happened from there. All right, so that exercise is, once a week. You just continue sort of, like I said, I don't try to look this kind of there. It doesn't make it sense, but this one, I like it. So that's for me much this. The market's going up. We just continue looking. So at least this one has a little humps over there. So looking over there. So that's the end of the week. So we're starting Monday. Normally is one day up from there, and so that's the job to do just once a week and nothing more from there. All right. So the weekly trend lines are in the right place. That's all we want to know. So then we comes over here and we look the break, and that is the break. This is on the 1 hour time frame. You can change it to the 4 hours, and there it is. Market breaks from there, and it flies from here. So once a week, always. So if you have on Saturday the chance to do this, so you draw the trend lines every, in weekends. Make sure that like I said, do not try to connect too stiff the lines, but normally something like that. And from there, waiting for the magic break, and that is the break. And from here, the market take off very, very nicely over there. So when the market is going up, we're looking, at the lows, like this one. So we just need to readjust. Normally the cloning is not perfect. So we have a little bit of humps over there. No big deal, but we start this week. We don't know what's going to happen. Looks like it's breaking over there, so we just trading, the direction of what it says over there. But suddenly something happened through the middle 3 days later. The market has break there. So this is the 25th of July 2019. And if I want to see there, May, June, July 25th. So there we are. So we're looking at Australian Canadian. This is the Australian is 44. Canadians is only 5. So that's enough for me. That break is quite good. And that's the run. You can move in this one as well, as I said, to the 1 hour. It doesn't make it. Sometimes it's more quicker. And that is the whole run over here until there when the market decides to break through from there. So once a week, draw the trend lines, have them in place, something, as I always say, make something that makes sense. Do it. Once the market breaks from here, that is the trade. Okay. So one break over there, and that is the run. So that's the weekly candle close trend lines that we say. And yesterday we say the weekly candle close, direction. So with the weekly candle close direction, I was talking to a friend yesterday about this strategy, and when you have something like this, what I really looking is for a proper sort of kind of A, B, C. So those ABC will show up, but what is going to determine this trend is the weekly candle close direction. The other one, it was drawing the trend lines and waiting for the daily break, but this one is waiting actually for the weekly there. Now, not to jumping into the weekly until we have a sort of kind of ABC setup, and that's when things is happen over there. So there was an indicator. Remember, we used to have 1, 2, 3, which is normally show ups over there, and yeah, when they happen, and this is where the index meter comes into play. So I like, for example, that because we have a clear ABC. Maybe this one is still bearish, but the signal is giving us that this is another retracement. This is what we're waiting for, the retracement, the day up, and this is when that one there. So you didn't get many pips, but there's enough. Now, sometimes I look in this kind of, this is for me a retracement, and this is a data confirmation. But when you're looking over there, and these kind of trades are less aggressive than the weekly candle close trend line. Some people love it, this one than the other one. But when you find this, now, do you think every week you will find one opportunity like that? Or it's going to take months before you find one of it? And this is September 4. I think that was the one. July, September. That's the 4, and this the Australia, and the Swiss is here. So the Swiss is a bit stronger, but Australia is definitely, as I say, if we go to the top 4, that's more than enough. We have an ABC, so this is the weekly candle close direction, and there we have. What you reckon, Helen? Is this the one you're looking? Find one every week should be enough, isn't it, Helen? I don't know. Shame is here. Do you think it's an indicator that can find this magic ABCs like this? Actually, I was talking to Shame yesterday with Rita. Don't you think would be a good EA to find those ABC with a weekly candle close. And where are you? This is 729. I don't think I can go that far with this one. There it is. And there we are, 729. Just to find the, of course, the beginning of the week, but always is a retracement confirmation. And that was the idea of when I actually create this E8 myself over here, that in these ABCs, where is it? This one, I think it is. No, this one here, it was using this weekly and daily strength. So the only, but the only thing is that I need to wait before I put this feature over there. I need to wait for the pullback, and then this day when the market pulls, like many currencies has pulled, then I come over here, and then actually we'll wait for the day to be the same as the weekly, and it will be trade. But I'm thinking a bit out of the square. Could this be automized? To find this strength, and yeah. So this is we already looked 29th of July. No, that was September, May, June, July, 29th of July. There it is. And look where the Australia is, and look where the Swiss is. And voila. Only find ABCs with the weekly candle close direction. Why you reckon there? Who would like to see this in out of system? Anyone interesting? So, and actually sometime, it does not need to sometime, because what I sometimes I'm looking in here is that the market is higher, 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 and lower. So even that, just with the market retracing the lower, that's considered a retracement that day, isn't it? And that's what this one does, as we're looking over here, and we look the weekly there. Rita says she will love that. What Shane reckon there? Could we satisfy Rita with an EA just for Rita like that? Would be awesome, isn't it? And then it just find this ABC with the weekly candle close. So you see the break always has its risk, whatever it is there. But once we have a break and we have a combination like that, what the weekly is telling me, and from those moments on, as I said, it could be any time frame. That's no bad idea to have, things like this one. That every time we have, this is what I normally now we waiting, with the index meter, is this. We have an ABC, we got the weekly candle close, and there's we are the trade. That's no bad. And that was the second one. After that, there's another one over here. We got the weekly, we got ABC, we got a bearish day, and there it is. What do you reckon, Greg? That would be a quite good idea or no to do that. So here is another one over there. Break up, comes back, day up, what the weekly is telling us. And look, these setups maybe will not pick tops and bottoms of the market. Maybe sometimes you're going to miss because there is no retracement. But if we can find, or the EA can find this, we don't know how far it's going to go, things like that. But, who would not like to see this kind and that. So here maybe we don't have the close direction, but we have the candle direction, isn't it? The close direction is positive, but that is definitely a bearish move. And that it is just one loss. Didn't go too far from there as the market was a bit, and this is where the index and meter over there. So that's the weekly candle close direction, so like yesterday, Lawrence was saying, he loved more than the first one, which is the trend line. The trend line is a little bit of work, All right, you have to be a little bit awake of that. You know, when you draw here, when you draw there, we discussed last year in December about looking just at the beginning, the end of the month, when big opportunities happen. That's what these ones are over here. So, you know, every time we have the beginning, the end of the month, just looking for these trend lines. Um, Make sure you got everything in place there. The market breaks, and then you will looking to try that one there. But the weekly candle close direction, always you're gonna have something like that. And one of the good things as well is, you know, observe the mira when we're looking over here, and when this one match that one, you know, that's actually after that pullback, of course, that's when everything, you know, goes there. Now today we have the when we know we have a weekly candle close retracement. So when we look in the weekly candle close retracement, is actually benefit not to look in the weekly candle close trend line. All right, because it will conflict a lot uh, um, some trades. All right, so with this one we say that, for example, if the index mira showing us here, you know, that we have a weekly candle close direction. Of course, we're waiting for the ABC formation, you know. From there, normally, as I said, we need to move one more date, and that's the perfect Monday over there. So right over here, we want to wait, you know. So what we do here as well, we're looking for two things. Are we looking for the weekly candle close direction, or we're looking for the weekly candle close retracement in here. So this weekly is actually not directionally weekly, but is retracement week. And if we're looking, that was a sort of Christmas there on the 27th of December. The US, now this is because it was the Christmas period. So, and the euro, it was over here. So both were not really into that. So, but that's what I mean over here. When for example we got that, you see, so here I don't want to draw trend lines, I don't want to draw, I'm trading one direction only, but this one is actually considered. Now when do I know that this is a weekly candle close retracement? The only time I know this is a weekly candle close retracement. So if I want to trade the weekly candle close direction, I need to have an ABC. So this is where the Monday finish. So the ABC never formed, all right, never do. But here, before the ABC actually shows me up, I can actually see the Tuesday, the 29th of October. I can consider that as a weekly candle close, um, and that it is, the euro is over here and the US is over there. So now I know that this is the weekly candle close retracement, because at the beginning of the week, before I'm looking for the weekly candle close direction, I have some trace in that one there, and that one is 1029, which is somewhere over here. And if we go to the 1 hour, sometimes you have to play with the numbers and the strategies over there, and that it is. So a bit choppy, but that's the way it is. Now, what I see and how to spot this weekly candle close direction. When we are in the top, normally, you know, what is happening is the market tends to break. You know, if we put it actually there, that's the real close of the of that move over there, isn't it? So that's exactly what it is. So here we have a clear break, and that's, you know, that we have over there. So we're looking over there, and but the following week finish strong. So after this break, because for me to break over here is still a long way. So right over there, this one I can consider, say, is this a weekly candle close retracement? And this is when it comes there. That would be sort of kind of my first trade, and that's my first goal. second try, and that's where it goes again into that. So that every time the market, does this nice retracement over there, I will continue looking the chance that this might present me with a day like this one, and I can consider it this, because from here you're looking, the break is still, it has retraced to the golden point, comes over there, and right in the beginning of the week, yes, I'm looking for, if I want to see the ABC, that's what the reason is better to wait from the weekly candle close direction for the ABC. So you're not just jumping at the beginning of the week, buy or sell, but waiting for the ABC. If the ABC is not formed, so the first trade is presenting, the next, normally Tuesday is when presenting, is that date over there. So August the 14th, we got a weekly up, we got a day down, and here the only thing we can actually look is and there we are, 14. So the euro is negative and the US is positive. Right in the candle over there, weekly candle close retracement, and that's the trade. All right, this one I guess would be a bit more complicated, but there it is. So every weekly, the market is continue one direction over here. We got another weekly there. The weekly index meter will point you out as a buy opportunity. If you look in the weekly candle close direction, yes, but here, this is Monday over there. Here, I went and wait for an ABC before I consider that. But before I waiting for the ABC of the weekly candle close direction, what I actually am looking from there is the second day, which is Tuesday, that in the 27th of August, this might be a weekly candle close retracement. We don't know, so we come over here and we look at the 27th of August. And there we are. 27, the euro is weak and the US is strong. So is that much our trade over there? Comes over there, and that's the run. So yeah, and until this is continue in that direction, like that, every retracement here we're looking, okay, where is that entry over there, but sometimes we got it right, we got it wrong, nothing is here, it was no trade, the market continue presenting us more there, a bit difficult, maybe over here, and but we're trading with the trend direction over there, and even until here, we could continue looking first the direction that is telling us the weekly candle close direction. Here was not a bearish, we don't know the index mid over there, and here it is. But here is when these things change, from one side to the other side. Maybe here I was a bit too there, but right over there is not that we have an ABC or too early to do. Okay, so this is and as yesterday I said, same thing you can do with this one. When you go the dollar sort of kind of here, and we have breaks like this ones, breaks like that one, and when you see this, we can say it over here. Do you see here? We cannot say this is a weekly candle close direction. The index meter will point you out to look for buys. But the reality over here is that we got this. Actually here, we did find, an ABC over there. We find an ABC over here, and that was the weekly candle close direction. But here, we say, oh, now we cannot look in, to the weekly candle close direction. Now this is buy. Now, yes, it's buy if we find the ABC. but never the ABC form over there. What it does form over here is a weekly candle close retracement. So, and that's where the first trade did. And from that point on, the Euro US, we're looking to go long as we yesterday were looking. The pound US, we're looking to go long, which is, that's what it is. The Australian US, we're looking to go long, which is exactly what it is. New Zealand US, we're looking to go long, and maybe another day more. This one's looking to go short, didn't go too far. Here, possible one more day, and that's the short, and US yen, one more day or 2 days, and then that's the short, following what the weekly candle close retracement does. Now, even now here is a bit complicated because the market, I can consider is breaking a trend line. So this is definitely now I will be switching, from that point and looking the other, the bullish direction, because, and this I will consider that, because it's breaking from here, it's coming as a weekly candle close retracement. So therefore, if I'm looking for an ABC bearish, never happened, but what is happening is this. Then the 11, or even before that, I don't know, the 21st of 11, if I look over there it is, the US, it was strong. So that's just telling me that possible this is a weekly candle close retracement. Remember, we're looking for the breakout. We got it, and this is actually the how we find it that the the golden candle setup. So the euro, we're looking to go short. One more day. The pound, we're looking to go short. One more day, didn't go too far. Australian, beautiful ABC. This one will be with a weekly candle close for sure. There it is. New Zealand. If we look in the New Zealand over here, it was not the bearish, and plus the New Zealand over there. It was weak, but not that, just with -10 at the end. But then let's say this one was one of those. US Canadian looking to go long. Already we left. This one maybe was quite a bit early. One more day and things go clear. US yen, one more day, 2 more days, and that's the run. Just because the weekly candle close retracement is happening over there. So as the market in here, you continue looking over there. So here is when, if we look in the weekly candle close breakout, that could be, now if they remember with this strategy, we say we're not looking for the weekly candle close trend line breakout. We're just waiting for what? First of all, we got an ABC over here. It didn't go too far, but what is interesting is this candle. All right, so remember with the humps and everything. Now, if this is bullish, I want to see the ABC formation, which is bullish ABC formation, which never happened. But first of all, is happened is this. That is actually, this one was a weekly candle close retracement. And then when I'm looking around over here, I can say, we are in a perfect spot to do that one there. Now here is confusing because the market is breaking over there, it's breaking over here. When the market, if this candle goes above over there, I will not be looking anymore that. So here we actually really, I'm waiting here for the direction, the candle close direction, really how the market affect. Now, is this work for everything in life? Let's have a testing with this one. I believe those weekly candle close retracement could become a nice opportunities to trade. What I reckon, Rita. That would be a very nice when everybody in the beginning of the week is looking to go short, we're looking to go long. And that is the opportunities presenting from there. Every time everyone's looking to go short, we're looking to go long. And long, and long, and long, and long, and long. Let's have a look, for example, there. That's my retracement, did not happen. That's fine. If I look in over here, I said, okay, I don't want to trade the weekly candle close breakout, but I'm happy to wait for the ABC. And that's your ABC with the weekly candle close, bullish ABC, bullish weekly candle close direction, and that is the run. For example, here I will be looking to go short. I want to see where the short opportunity was over there. Never happened. Instead of that, the market just broke up, and maybe I missed the first round, but this is a small run, and then the market retraced. Now this week, everyone's is looking to go short, but we know that our weekly candle close retracement, it shows that that day much perfect day. So what you do here is trading opposite to the weekly, because looking these daily formations over there. And that is, but once the market is breaking below what we could see support and resistance, that is a different story. So maybe you don't trade that one there, because we don't, remember, we don't look in the trend line breakout. We only looking is the retracements, and you wouldn't miss much anyway at the end of the day over here. And that's how this one goes. So great opportunities happen is when we have this weekly candle close. This is now a nice breakout. So I want to see, the bearish ABC. But before that happen, maybe I find an opportunity just the next day up that actually I'm taking a quite good level of there, isn't it? So we got another bearish week over here. That's a good day. That's another good day, and that's the run. We got a bullish in the middle of that, and here was a bit complicated, but still working in the top of the and that's how really the three strategies works. And like I said, if you want to trade the trend line breakout, it has to be sort of the trend line breakout and the directional can work together. All right, so that's very very easy to do it, because you're looking, for example, over there. That's the trend line breakout. So this is the market breaks over there, and then the ABC is over here, and with the weekly candle close direction. So that these two can work one another with no problem at all. All right. So when you have the breakout over here before that, and the ABC with the weekly candle close. So that's these two really can marry up. But if you're looking for the weekly candle close retracement, I do not recommend to looking for the trend line breakout, because they will work, they will conflict it, and that it is. Especially we have a breakout like this one, and here we're looking, okay, this is resistant, blah blah blah. We put over there, but here look what happened over there. It's a nice day up on a bearish week, and that's the trade that happened. Okay, so so strike number one really would be combine the trend line with the directional, and strike number two will combine the directionally with the retracement, and then they will not conflict uh, one another, because then you can really um, make them work. But every time this the weeklies you see there retrace, especially if it retrace to a level of support, that is actually keep an eye there, because that's a nice pullback with a day like this one, and with a break. Where are you? There it is, the break. Nice break. Okay, my friends, 44 minutes. So we have looked at three strategies. So when you see the charts, that's if you're looking I'm looking to go long, because the index meter, the daily index meter is there. But you say, but the weekly is down. How come Jeff is looking to go long over there? and it's because of the weekly candle close retracement. And tell you, those ABCs are actually, you know, I find myself, this, especially when the market does the first ABC formation, they are gold. And you know what is interesting on the ABC is that ABC will line up with the golden candle 9 out of 10. That wherever we find those ABC, it's, the first ABC from the bottom, you see here is going up, 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 up. But suddenly, that's my first, and this is a long first ABC. It comes right from here. Look over there. And there it is. So that became a very interesting turning point. So here we have two kinds of ABCs. We have the first one, and that would be considered sort of kind of retracement, and the second one is over here. Sometimes they're clear, sometimes that's a level of support, ABC formation, and that is that. Okay, so all right, so that will be everything for today, and I hope so you enjoy, and I think in practice will really nail these three strategies as we are facing the market every day. But all three strategies depending of the daily index meter. So that's what I'm looking. Sometimes we're gonna find the directions over here, or we're gonna trade against because of the trend lines, and sometimes we're gonna find the retracements of that one. So we're looking, in the daily will catch those three directions in the same way. Okay, so no worries. So we see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, and yeah. So Shane will continue to send us information about the new EA and more in details of what's happened with that. But I'm very excited for that, and I think it looks very promising to what the EA will do for us. Okay, so take care of yourself and see you tomorrow. Cheers and bye.